Good morning, guys.
Welcome to our
Fourth
episode
of Double Trouble.
weekend review.
Exactly.
If you hear snoring, it's the boss man. He's down below our feet.
Colonel can't get away from his mama, so he's up under our feet.
That's
Listen
right.
to him.
He's snoring.
Listen. He stopped. Maybe he'll start back in a minute.
So what about our week? Last Friday we left here in a hurry. We had our first market
In Headland, and we were so excited about getting there.
we didn't even check the weather, did we?
No, we did not even check the weather. So we got to Headland.
Well, you need to back up because dear journal, en route to Headland, on the way to Headland,
Almost there. I mean, a block from the square.
we got pulled over.
I got pulled over. Let's just say that.
Do you want me to tell him the speed you were going?
I don't care. I didn't think it was that bad.
She was,
Obviously, the officer did.
yes, 41 and a 30.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, great. He looked over the truck and what we had in the back. Obviously, he had some sympathy for us because he just gave you a warning.
He just gave me a warning.
Which was a praise the Lord, but that should have been a sign to us
To turn around and go home.
just turn around and go home.
Now, the lady that was 2 tents down from us at the market, I think,
Right.
she got a ticket, though. He gave her a ticket.
We were
She
there.
might have been going a little faster.
We were there at the market about 30 minutes.
Things were looking great. It was going to be a wonderful market.
And you know, so, even en route, sister, do you remember me picking up my phone and looking because I could see it, the clouds dark over to the right side of us, and I looked it up, and they were moving away from us, but I didn't look west or south or whatever way, or north, whatever way that decided to come.
Right.
But we got drenched.
It started raining. Now, granted, we didn't use our tent. We used the tent they provided, which is fine. It was perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
But in this type of storm, no tent would have been safe. No. I'm talking the heavens opened up.
Well, in this beautiful town square, there's these large
live oaks.
Absolutely
beautiful. And they were our saving grace, though.
They really were. And so they had us set up, there's a walk that goes around the square, so we were set on the outside of it. And truly, it had to start storming before we actually started getting wet. But every inch of product, every inch of us, we were soaked. Now, we did some photos. You might have seen them
on our social media sites.
On our Facebook and Instagram page.
Oh my goodness, it was a mess. Everything got wet. The tent was full of water. We had to use umbrella to
poke the corners
to keep the water from building up, and it was a non-stop thing. Our poor mama was with us. I felt so bad.
Then it started thundering and lightning,
and then it turned sideways.
It did, and we were standing in this deep of water, drenched. I thought, we're gonna die right here. My mama and my twin sister were all gonna die together because you could see streaks of lightning all around, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, we started packing up.
We packed up and come home saturated. There was not.
Who says you can't pack all of our stuff inside the back cab
of a
truck? We did.
We did it, and we come home. Of course, everything was wet, and all the labels were ruined. So we spent most of the evening Friday night
till 10 o'clock at night
relabeling everything. So today, if the rain starts, I've got my car, and we are in. I'm on my car, and I trust the way my speedometer reads and my foot on the pedal. And so I will not speed.
Yes, I even instructed Lauren talked about coming to visit us at the market this afternoon because she's off today, and I was like, don't speed through Headland.
And
that will get you.
I mean, I didn't think 41 and a 30 was terrible, but obviously
Barney was wanting some action.
Don't say that. He might be watching. He might try to catch us the next time.
We ain't speeding.
No, not at all. So
anyway,
that started our Friday weekend off.
And we had the weekend, we had the Saturday, our first market in our local, in the town we live in, Ashford.
And it was a great little market. I tell you what, I love meeting people. Our friends from Chipley, Daryl and Kathy came to visit us.
Oh my gosh.
We met so many people. The gentleman that is heading overseas to serve his country.
Where was he going?
Qatar.
Qatar.
Exactly where Caleb went, my son went.
Yeah.
And I don't know his name or anything about him, but he come and bought blackberry jam jelly so he could have.
So right,
his wife could have.
And I also met another lady that still lives a young man. It's so good to see younger people interested, but with a kindred spirit. She lives in a Pansy, which is just over a little bit from us. But she also had ducks galore. Sister, so if we ever want more ducks, we could just go see her.
Definitely.
And I thought that was Colonel on my foot, but no. But it was sweet just to be able to talk to her and I get to know her. And she was getting ready to. I mean, she had 50.
I didn't even know
that she was
that.
going to try to butcher. And then so she became interested in our rabbit breeds that we had. And so naturally, when you meet people like that, you you want to learn about bartering and in trades that you can offer. And so that was so sweet to talk to her. And she's even started watching our videos now. I don't know. I didn't ask permission to share her name, so we'll be careful on that because I don't want to do anything to upset anybody. But anyway,
you heard your daddy, didn't you?
He did, the boss man. So
look at him.
Anyway,
he is worked up, ready to go see his daddy. But it was great. The men stayed home and worked on the homestead.
Well, we came home and
they were already working and doing stuff.
Well, that was the day that we attempted to separate the cows. Remember?
Yeah, we have a short out on that one.
We did a short, and we were like, it's time to separate the cows. And then that night, they raised holy cane. Let me just tell you, they were not happy. The little female calf, she got a taste of the hot fence. But they were not happy. They mooed and mooed and mooed. And then so the very next day, we were like, Sunday, that Sunday, we realized it was a little too early to separate them. They needed to be about 7 months old.
So we put them back with moms because now the pasture we put them in behind my mother's house has a hot wire that we told you we put up, and we're working on getting the hot wire done. We were around the rest of the fence now, the pastures. Now Eric did finish that this week, not before.
And we asked them boys to do a video. And there might be a video coming, we're not sure, but it has a beginning
and
an end. They were busy stringing wire.
Yeah,
too busy to get a video.
And we were inside doing canning.
And getting supper prepared.
For Colonel out so he could go.
Boss man had to get out. He heard his daddy come by and he wanted out the door. Mama was no longer important.
Not anymore.
By this time, they've seen our chicken video release. And the reveal of what happened to our chickens.
You have the video of me climbing under the chicken coop, pulling out dead chickens. And then, of course, my husband, who has such great ingenuity. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Don't use big words here.
No. But it's true. It really is true. In the video, you'll see what our cause was.
It was lack of water.
Yeah, we have a huge barrel that we made into a watering thing for our chickens that runs under the chicken coop that has nipples under there.
There's a video on that.
There's a video on it.
Yeah, we did.
And, we fill that water tank about once a month. In the heat of summer, it's probably, a good once a month. And in the wintertime, it can go longer because it seems to last a little longer. They don't drink quite as much. But Eric had filled it just a few weeks prior to. And so we had no idea. We didn't even think about the water trough. But apparently there was a leak. And
I feel like mud.
Yeah, I was so angry with myself because I thought, dang, how could we do that? But it was really merely an accident because we know we fill that water trough.
Well, that's where we just assume, we've made this. Things are working.
It works.
There was a point when I either was going over there to check eggs or I was getting a lawnmower, or I was getting something over, because our tools hang on the wall there. That I looked, and I didn't know what it was, but I saw right there where the pipe goes in. I'm like, that looks like, I don't know what that is. It looked wet, but it didn't look like mud. It was weird, and I can remember going, "What is that?" But I didn't. That was the last that I thought about it. And then,
well, I mean, it was a sad occasion, but we did find out what it was. It was not the bird flu, and my husband came up with a great way to be able to have a visual of knowing where that water line is, and you'll have to watch the video to see where that's at.
It's on there.
It's on the video.
Yeah, but the video's already been released.
I know. Go watch the video and like and subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. She's always a business oriented.
Like and subscribe. The more videos you watch, the more we get out there when you share those videos. So just pretty neat. We got a little tweaking to do on it to make sure it's going to be. Murphy's barking now. He's like, I want to go out with Colonel. Murph, come here. So we got that taken care of this week. Another
really not much excitement. You know, we had to take Mom to a few appointments, and
still harvesting our squash and our zucchini. It's starting to slow down.
Slow down a bit.
Now. And our cucumbers. Did we talk about making our sweet pickles last week? We did. Our last vlog we talked about making we did talk about our sweet pickles that we made. But we haven't had a chance to make any more yet. But
because we haven't acquired. Well, we did have enough pickles, but Stumpy was craving a cucumber tomato salad. So our little, what are those called? Sunset Gold tomatoes from Hoss Tools have come in, and then of course we have our onions, and then the cucumbers, and so
he made a summer salad.
He made a summer salad one night.
Which, by the way, was so good.
It was. What did we have with it that night? What did we cook? Was that the night? Sister, I didn't write it down. We've been so busy.
It was the potato and ham casserole that your husband requested.
Absolutely, and then we
make a
another
potato and ham casserole.
Another night of cooking. You know what's on the
farm.
What's on the farm?
Most of the stuff.
Most of it, right?
So,
goodness gracious. Let's see.
Tuesday we had our market again. Tuesday morning, of course. Then we get a call that we have a cow out, and it's 2 cows. They come around that one spot over here, close to the pond. They walk through the water. So, needless to say, Wednesday evening when my husband got home, he'd already worked, I think, Saturday and Sunday, putting the insulators on the
all the way around
on the post all the way around the perimeter. So that was set and ready to go.
Yeah.
As far as the entire pastures, everything will be wired now, except for the goat yard.
Well, and what's interesting is when we went out there that night after they wired it, you know, watching them, we were sitting out there looking at the cows, and they all came. They wanted to come. They're used to coming very close to us, pretty much sticking their heads through the fence. But it's like they could smell the electricity. We couldn't even get Trump to come close to us.
No, once they got the hot wire ran, it's about 21 miles of
21 miles.
Not miles.
That's a lot of miles.
It's got to be the way it's ran.
Not 21 miles.
How many? Eric said he didn't. It's not 21 yards.
It's not that. It's probably
feet. No. I'm so stupid. He said 21 something.
It's not 21 miles, sister. 21 miles would be from here to Slocum.
I don't know how much wire he said.
I'm thinking it's about 2 miles. 2 miles of fencing.
I'm gonna ask him and we'll find out.
We'll verify.
Because he did say 21 something, and I was thinking, wow, that's a lot of wire. I guess if you're thinking about 20-something acres of land, not all of it is wired, but as far as all the wire,
the perimeter of it is wired.
The perimeter is wired, so who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Or maybe it's 21 acres. I don't know.
Bless.
Don't we look stupid? But we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
I'll ask him.
So, another week of salsa making. We made some more salsa.
Blackberries are still making. And blueberries.
How many gallons? Okay, so last week we shared we picked about how many total? You think 6?
About 5 or 6 gallons.
5 or 6 gallons. I still have that key in my pocket. I just felt it, so don't let me forget to.
Better not forget.
It's right there. It's right there.
Put it somewhere you don't lose it in a zipper pocket.
Yes, Mama. Yes, Mama.
But like, we are picking blackberries like crazy. I know Deannette on Wednesday morning.
I did shorts.
Took to her mom.
Mm-hmm.
She got 3-gallon baskets of blackberries, and so that was wonderful to
the
have.
whole time you were gone. I got out there before you left, and you left, and between making sure the hogs have their mud to slop in, checking the squash and the tomatoes and the peppers, and which I don't think that day I could walk through there because that was the night Eric left the water running all night on the peppers and tomatoes. That happens quite often. We get inside and forget about the water and it stays running, but
it didn't hurt it.
It did not hurt it. But I mean, it was about 4 hours total of picking blackberries, and we have a video of us from this week that we did yesterday, of us
making our blackberry jelly and
jams and habanero.
Yeah, jam.
And using our steamer. And very, very
that
fun.
video will be coming out in a few weeks.
We'll show you. We'll show you how we use that. Very neat thing, but just again, busy harvesting.
Guess what's coming in that we've got to work on tomorrow? Tomorrow is a
big day, a big harvest day. Other than Potato Day, this is probably our next biggest day. We have a market. Me and Denise have a market in the morning to do.
Yeah, so while we're going to the market, the men are going to be picking
corn. Our sweet corn.
Yes. What'd you call it? What kind was it?
I knew you were going to ask me, and it just left me. It's not Silver Queen. It's bad to get old. It's not Texas Sweet, because that's the onions.
Anyway.
Give me a minute, and it's going to pop in my head.
I'll scream it.
I'll scream it in just a minute.
So tomorrow we'll be harvesting that, and we will be creaming that. We'll make a video on that for you guys to watch.
Now,
it is a huge family event.
It is, and it's a mess, but it's a good mess. Now, in the past, we tried canning it.
I don't like canning my corn.
You have to can it for, how long?
90 minutes.
That's what I was thinking, 90 minutes. And it takes the flavor right out of it.
It sure does. It caramelizes and takes the starch out.
Now, we figured out a way to get it back sweet, but you still don't get rid of that flavor. And so I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, we blanch it after we cream it off the cob, we blanch it for 10 minutes on the stove, and then we just put it in Ziploc freezer bags. And that's the best way, because you take that bag out and thaw it in the microwave and put it in a dish, and then cook it in the microwave with a stick of butter and salt and pepper.
Or cook it in your skillet.
Or do it on a skillet, which is
a
another
cast
way,
iron skillet. Corn.
Which does really, really good. But so we got corn to harvest. Stumpy has, I don't know how many, he has been working his honey off on canning our potatoes. How many did he decide?
Oh, we're over 80.
80-something jars of canned potatoes, and we're still needing to get more out there. I noticed he was out there yesterday having to haul some out that was starting to rot. So it's about time for us to do our French fries, which we need to get that done one afternoon. It's about time for us to start chopping our onions and put them in bags for us to freeze.
You know what we need? We need another freezer.
Oh, yes. We're going to have to go purchase another freezer. Actually, someone just posted.
Probably another
Someone just
refrigerator as
posted
well.
upright freezer.
So, right. So, yeah. I guess so, sister. We need to get us a new freezer. Probably a new refrigerator as well.
I noticed there was on one of the marketplaces, there was an upright for sale. Someone I know was selling an upright freezer.
Peaches and cream. I told you I'd remember. Peaches and cream. That's the name of our corn. There it goes.
Peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
I was sitting here thinking I know it's a cute little name somewhere, but
it is.
I never can remember that stuff. Never.
I just took a same sip.
At the same time, cheers.
Cheers.
So,
anyway.
but a busy week, not a crazy, I mean, we had crazy stuff happen with a storm.
Yeah.
Listen, we couldn't do anything but laugh and dance in the rain that day, and then, of course, getting pulled over, and
that was our double trouble for the week. Not much double trouble after that, I don't think.
No, we behaved ourselves for the most part.
Although, you'll have to watch the Blackberry video for some bloopers on there. Yeah. The bloopers yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe those will get shared in the video.
We'll have to see. But just a fun week. It's been a fun week, a busy week.
It has.
But next week, what do we have to look forward to is just more harvesting of vegetables and things in our markets. We have a huge Slocum Tomato Festival next weekend.
Wow. It's a huge event.
It is.
And there's going to be, Shane Owens is going to be there. Doug Stone, some older artists, they're going to be there.
A bunch of different artists there. So it's a big event for us to go be a part of. So we're looking forward to that.
Right.
And all. But we did post a video of my introducing my Nubian this week.
Yes.
You got to meet Esther in one of our videos this week, which was a fun trip to go meet Mary at Fisher Family Farms in
maybe we can put
Monticello, Florida. We'll try to put a link if I know how to do that. We'll figure it out.
Right.
In our comments. But Mary with Fisher Family Farms has Nubian goats for sale, and she is just a sweet lady. Didn't realize she traveled to Dothan yearly to do a dairy goat festival or whatever.
Contest. It's actually a show.
Yeah.
To show she has some beautiful Nubians.
Beautiful Nubians.
My new loves.
Danette's new love. She loves Nubians.
I love them.
But we've had Esther for a few weeks, and we are in love with her. She is wonderful. She's amazing, and in the video, you'll get to see how sweet she is and how wonderful she is. And she loves to play chase.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's like a deer.
She like a deer, very vocal.
She's like a deer.
So we had that video.
You know what time it is?
What?
Fun fact time.
Fun fact time. That's right.
We're going to try this every week and share some fun facts. We thought it was pretty interesting last week of some of the fun facts. So we found some interesting fun facts online. And go ahead, sister. You share some of them. I'll share some of them.
I would like the very first fun fact that I found that I thought was very fascinating is that about women make up about 30% of today's farmers. You go, women. Way to go. That's awesome. That's wonderful.
Yep.
That women are farming.
That's right.
That's right. Never doubt they couldn't.
And we always talk about
teaching the young children,
teaching the younger ones about farming and how to homestead and raise their own food. And this fact was very interesting when you shared it.
Yeah.
There are 257,454 millennial farmers today.
So the young people are learning. And I think in today's society, with the economy getting worse, I tell you what, I can't go anywhere without people talking about it.
Oh, I know. It's everywhere.
I was
at the gas pump.
I was at the gas pump, at the hospital this week with my mother for an appointment, and people were just talking about it. More and more people are canning and putting things up and stockpiling. If they're not being able to grow their own produce, they are buying and putting stuff up for that tough time that
Canning
pretty much seems inevitable.
Right.
But millennials, 257,000 is not a whole lot in the realm of the amount of people in America, but we're so proud of you, millennial farmers.
That's
so
right.
proud of you.
That's right.
For learning how to carry this legacy on.
That's not our large base, though. Our large base is 55 to 65. But we hope.
Think about this other fun fact, though, on top of that. If it hadn't have been for these people, we might not have learned about farming. Did you know that Egyptians were the first people,
large crop farmers,
to produce large farms on a large scale? They did that back in about 10,000 BC year, and they made large scale
It seems like I remember
areas.
that when we were homeschooling the kids. Remember we were doing that curriculum. What was it called? Sunlight. And this is not an advertisement for that or anything like that, but we used it there for briefly, and I love the history base of it. But we talked about the Egyptians and how they farmed on the side of the mountains and stuff like that. That was pretty interesting.
But because of them, and of course through the years,
we learned a lot about irrigation.
Learning that when we came to America, when the man came to North America, and the Indians taught us so much about how to farm the land and how to survive. So thank goodness for those legacies being carried on, that we get to, all that information they learned over the years, we get to maintain.
And we can't let it go by without having a goat fact.
Yeah, of course, because
a goat fact.
Call me the goat lady.
Call you the goat lady. That's your name. Don't get me to singing. It's bad.
What's our first goat fact?
Our goat fact that we found out were that goats were the first animal to be domesticated, according to most historians.
Yes.
You know, they were the first to be domesticated. That seems a goat. Maybe that goes back to the Egyptian thing.
I'm not sure.
Because over there were cows considered sacred?
I don't know.
I know that there's religions today where cows are sacred.
I'm not sure.
And they won't eat them. So
I'm not sure.
That's interesting.
And also, goats are one of the cleanest animals around. They are very selective feeders, even more than cows, even more than sheep, pigs, or chickens, or dogs.
And
very selective. And I know that for a fact, because I can take my herbs out there to feed them some oregano or some sage, and if I drop it on the ground, they are not going to pick it up off the ground and eat it.
That's not the fact you shared yet. You didn't share that they won't eat contaminated food.
They won't eat contaminated food, and they won't eat food off of the ground. Once it gets on the ground and gets dirty, they're not going to.
Which explains why a lot of the
they don't like their water. What was the other fact on here? Okay, their water. If it gets dirty, they won't drink their water.
Right.
I'm very, very, like this morning was my morning to scrub water buckets and make sure that they were clean. And we do a little bit of apple cider vinegar to help with worms and stuff like that. But yeah, goats, I mean, people say, get a goat, he'll eat anything. They might eat a lot of plants, and they could very well eat things that are harmful to them. But most of the time, they will not eat dirty or contaminated food.
That's interesting.
Hay that they've pooped on, they won't touch it. So, but as far as Nubians and Nigerian dwarfs go, I call them my bougie goats, because they
are bougie.
They don't like to eat the grass down. Now they will eat once you shave it and it turns kind of to hay and it dries out. They'll nibble the hay off the ground. But as far as fresh grass,
we have some that graze better than others. You know,
yeah,
like Sassy is your grazer.
Sassy is my grazer. She's my little black and white.
Yeah, she'll graze.
She grazes some. But, you know, they all have personalities, too. And they are, you know, like yesterday.
Sister, what is that?
It's a mosquito.
Oh, is it alive?
I don't know. No, it's dead.
I'm sorry. I just saw a bug.
It's a mosquito dead on the bed. But, like, as of yesterday, they were very vocal yesterday, and very loud and very ornery. Good night, living. They were stubborn. They wanted all to get out of the gate at the same time.
Well,
today...
What happened today while I was gone?
They were so quiet. I had to go call them to the barn to eat. They would not come to the barn to eat. They stood off like they were scared of something, that something had spooked them. And it took me forever. Not forever, I take that back. That's a little exaggeration.
Forever is forever.
But for a goat, usually when they hear that lid pop off the feed, or they see you come up on the golf cart, they are ready to eat. Even Esther and Ruby were quiet, and Zebulun were quiet. It was like they were very, very quiet. Not a single bleat, or whatever you want to call it, sound. Hardly.
I read something about their bleats too, and I'll have to find that fact again, but I can't remember what it was. So moving on to pigs.
Oh, okay.
Pigs. We have a fun fact about pigs because we have pigs here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're considered the fourth most intelligent animal. after.
Do you know what that first one would be, second one would be, and third one would be?
Well, it's after chimpanzees, dolphins, and elephants.
Yeah, I knew elephants would be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And I figured chimpanzees would be in there because they are.
Right.
There's a little cute little video going around of a lady playing tickle with a little chimpanzee baby, and it's the cutest thing. It's like, I want to get a chimpanzee pet. They're so cute. Then I realized cuteness means a lot.
Only goes so far.
Only goes so far when it becomes work. So pigs are very intelligent creatures.
Right. And our last fun fact of the day is about cows. And this is proven because we can go out right out there. And so we've had video of cows can recognize their name is the fun fact. And they have a memory of probably 3 years. And so, but we've had video of calling our cows coy.
Yeah, it was something that Daddy used to use for years.
That was a term that they used to call cows to come eat, kind of like suey for pigs, you know. But if we say October Grace, she's probably the only one that'll come.
Yeah.
Although the other ones will stand up and look and wonder what's going on, but we call April or October Grace, and they pretty much come to their name.
I think Trump has kind of figured out his name.
Yeah.
God, she's such a beautiful bull.
He is. We were noticing the colors on his neck.
He's so gorgeous.
He is.
He's
going to
so
make the farm great again. He sure is.
Yeah.
But
so fun facts for the day.
I was going to share with you while you were out feeding the animals this morning. Me and Lauren had to make a little trip to. Man, don't you like finding these little gems, restaurants in the community? And we found one. Well, I knew it was here, but it's been a long time since I've eaten there. But we were looking for a place for a shower for Sarah.
For my daughter who's getting married soon, yeah.
And we found this little gem. It's called Mildred's Tea House. And we went there. I'm just telling you, it's an old house that's been converted into a restaurant. Mildred is precious. I'm just going to tell you. Little Southern Belle. And she just entertained us and let us walk through there. There are walls of books, antique books. There's walls of tea sets, antique tea sets, and stuff like that. But we were just blessed to sit there and talk to her. And I just had to share that. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cute.
I'm excited for that. That's going to be fun.
Can't wait to have that.
Yeah, we have about 95 days
before Sarah's going to become Mrs.
It's coming up quickly.
Our baby girl, the last of the Mohicans on the hill.
Getting married.
Getting married, that's right.
Yes,
so, anyway, anything else?
No, something to look forward to this week. Just more. Well, there was something I was going to share and I forgot you. God, let's see. What was it?
Corn videos coming up. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Hey, guess what we did? We took your advice and we started keeping a journal. Yeah. Many people said, keep a journal. Keep a journal. And we kept a journal.
Yeah.
I think it helped us remember things.
Yeah, definitely.
And all. But we got to get ready to go to our market in Headland. And it doesn't look like, well, there are some clouds coming in.
Listen, the first sign of rain, I'm loading up.
Well, Helen's one of those places where you just never know. You could have 90% chance of rain and it won't rain. You can have 10% chance of rain and it's going to flood.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to be prepared. And we're going to have both grandmothers with us tonight. Mom and
my mother,
Ma are going to be with us, helping us this afternoon. And all. We look forward to that.
Yeah.
Maybe be successful.
So stay tuned to more of our videos coming. I know there are a few more videos out there that we are going to share that's coming up. And look forward to bringing you some more stuff that we're doing here on the farm.
Again, if there's anything you're interested in for us,
that garden tour video should be out this next week. So.
I hope so. We did a more detailed garden tour. And we're hoping that it gets out this week and show you our garden. We didn't do the animals, we just did the garden to show you how you can have a garden on a 1 acre plot and all. So we'll share that with you. But Anyway,
A good week.
a good week.
Mm-hmm.
Good week.
Yeah.
Good week.
So that's going to be it for our episode 4 of Double Trouble
That's right.
Weekend Review. And we look forward to coming back to you next week. And maybe we have some more fun facts and some more
double trouble.
Double Trouble. I don't want to go looking for it, but next week.
One thing's for sure. She won't be speeding through Headland today.
Absolutely
I
not.
guarantee you.
Absolutely not. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And every one of you have expressed such kind words.
Mm-hmm.
And it does our heart good. And sometimes we grow a little weary and thinking, nobody wants to hear what we have to say. And then somebody says something so nice. And so we appreciate it.
Definitely.
We definitely don't want to become too prideful, but we are humbled for sure by your
right.
kind words. And we love sharing our journey. Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's documented. It's fun.
It's
so
fun. God bless you.
As Stumpy says,
a simple life is
a
much more enjoyable life.
God bless you next
See you next time.